Okay, guys, first let's make sure this reading is meant for you. You're going to pinch your fingers together and ask, does this reading have something to offer me? And then you're going to pull. And if your fingers stay together, that's a yes. If it's a no, they will come apart. And what we're asking today is, why do I feel so inadequate? Why do I have this feeling of inadequacy in my life? And so this is a houses spread. So these are the houses that I randomly laid. So let's see, we have fox in house of tree. We have dog in house of fox. Snake in house of bear. Clover in house of key. We're going to have to remember that that right there is whip because we have garden in house of whip. We have stork in house of snake. We have the letter in house of mountain. We have book in house of man. And we have ship in house of sun. And I am wishing I had chosen a less complicated spread, but let's dig into this. Okay, so why are we feeling so inadequate? So you always want to start with a center card. So we've got garden in house of whip. So basically, you feel like there is just too much conflict with other people. And what is causing this conflict is, you actually have some trust issues. You've got some, even just friendship, normal friendship, you perceive it as there's something wrong, okay? In your influences, you just don't ever feel quite right, okay? You've got fox, which is wrongness, in house of tree, which is health, and so there's just this sense of like, this is not just people, but everything is just gonna take from you, all right? That it's just not a fair exchange. With snake in house of bear, you don't really trust authority, and you yourself, if you start to get too strong, you start to get uncomfortable, like you can't really trust. This comes down here to house of snake, we've got stork. And so your response to that feeling of like, I just can't trust this isn't right, something's just not, this doesn't feel honest and authentic, you run away. You basically try and transition out of it too much, okay? So you've just got a lot of wrong feeling and wrong perception up here that really impacts how you perceive a lot of people's sources of comfort. The people in charge, some of us look at those people and think, oh great, they're looking out for us, but not you, okay? When we see friends, for a lot of us, it's like that's a source of comfort. But for you, there's just this kind of feeling of wrongness, okay? So this is weighing down, it's making you want to run away, it's creating conflict amongst people. As we come down here, we have clover in key, which I think is really just kind of signifying that this is an important point all right here. So we've got conflicts with people, and we've got obstacles with communication. Okay, this is letter in mountain. And all of that is making it very hard for you to know yourself. Okay? You are a bit of an unknown to yourself. If you tested positive for this reading, that's what this is saying. And all of this is also weighing down on just your ability to be successful, for your ability to actually have dynamic earning potential, and for all that good to flow into your life. But if we come here with key, I think another thing that this is saying with clover and key above this kind of double wrongness is that a lot of the little things that we perceive as good luck, you have that colored by all of this. So little opportunities that most people look at and they happen to us, they happen to you, but when they happen to us, we kind of recognize it and allow it to bring us a little peace and make us feel a little grateful, whereas with you, I think it's kind of missed, okay? I think there's just miscommunications across the board. It's just sort of an obstacle for you. So the question becomes, what do we do? How do we go from having this much perceived reason not to be trusting to actually someone who can have knowledge of themselves and sort of have their good stuff unburdened and have that lifted off of it? And what we pulled here is Manas, Yera, and Wunyo. And so I believe what this is saying is that the answer for you is you actually have to stop asking yourself questions about whether or not you trust these people and instead focus on what you can give. Okay, when you are at work, what is your value? Okay, and the answer to that is not the question is not am I valuable, it's what is my value? What am I here to bring to the table? And your job is just to bring it and 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 not concern yourself with any of this. Here's the thing you're going to find out as you slowly come to know yourself. It's not these people you don't trust. It's you. Okay? And for you to come to know yourself and trust yourself so that you realize you don't have to worry about all these people being perfect because you can trust yourself, for that to happen, you need to get a little distance from these feelings. And so you need to actually throw yourself into teamwork and just go through the cycle, go through the motions of just providing value and let the rest kind of distance itself from you. As that happens, that will leave a little room for you to have some new experiences. And actually, a lot of that space will be filled with joy because in the absence of these things, there's a lot of good feeling that you're not currently capitalizing on. Okay? So this is a time, if you tested positive for this intense reading, this is a time for you to put your hands to the plow and not look back. Okay? Just go meet the obligations that you've agreed to meet them every day, meet them consistently, and let that be enough. Don't worry about whether it's getting seen, whether someone's trying to get the one up on you. Don't worry about any of that. You, by worrying about that, are actually getting, you're actually getting the one up on yourself. You're actually creating problems for yourself. You are lowering your perceived value by feeling this way. If you think people don't see this, you're wrong. We're all open books. People might not be able to see exactly how you're feeling, but they know something's up. All right? So just let it go. Get some distance. Get your attention on what you're giving every day and just do you. All right? Just do your part so that you can make room for new feelings of joy to come in. And when that happens, there's a whole set of realizations about this time in your life that is going to teach you about life and teach you about yourself. Okay, everybody, that's what I have for you today. If you ever want a reading of your own, come find me on hiddenpathways.com. Otherwise, I will see you in another video.